Welcome back, everybody. Today on Creative Cosplay Corner, we are going to showcase a new member to my Instagram world. Her name is Allie, and Allie's coming from the eastern kind of mid part of the country. And she's got quite an interesting and diverse cosplay background. So we're going to bring on Allie, and we're going to see kind of what she's up to. So if Allie, you want to come on, introduce yourself, just tell us about who you are, and we'll kind of get to meet you.
Hi, my name's Allie, and I'm from Indiana. So, been doing cosplay for about two and a half years now.
Okay. So do me a favor, Allie. How'd you get into it? I know it's cosplay, and we were just talking earlier before the show. We said that the 21 Jump Street, like I grew up, I think we're a couple years difference in age, but I grew up when it was not cool to be a geek. And now it's I don't want to say in thing, but it's cool to be a geek and have that ability to just showcase and be who you want to be. How'd you get into cosplay?
Well, I mean, I've always loved Halloween. It's my favorite holiday. So I always have loved dressing up and just getting to be somebody else just for a little bit. I've always thought that was a lot of fun. And then I have another friend who had gone to Comic-Con and stuff before, and he had told me about it, but I'd never even really heard about it because I just wasn't like in the know, I guess. And my best friend and I decided to go one year, and it was a lot of fun, and we were just hooked after that. So
do me a favor, because, and I've had a couple guests on, there's no wall, there's no boundaries of what you can cosplay.
Right.
So what's your background? Where did you start, or what did you decide, and how did you decide where you were going to cosplay in what realms?
Well, my very first cosplay was Kim Possible, which I don't think I have any photos on my current Instagram, but I've just always, it was one of my favorite shows growing up, and so I was like, I want to start with KP. She's the coolest.
Okay.
And I tend to do a lot of redheads. Like, I've noticed that most of my cosplays are all redheads. And I don't really know what it is, but
I saw that. So you've got an Ariel, you've got a Black Widow. We'll get into some of this, but I was like, okay, there is not a theme, but there is. So I wondered if maybe you were a natural redhead, which you're not, and maybe that's just where your draw went to. Because I thought it was interesting too when I snuck around and saw some of your pics. I was like, okay, she's got that redhead thing going. So I like that because every person has a different step, a different journey into cosplay, and yours was just that. You went with KP, another redhead, right? So you get your Kim Possible, and I think what a cool cost, because that was probably from a younger time in your life where there was something about her, that character, that awesomeness, that superhero. She was a superhero. She was a super spy, right? And so that's kind of where it. And then you get in, and now it's everywhere. So we're going to kind of showcase some of your diversity because how did you get into the horror realm?
Okay. I feel like you're talking about the Billy one, right?
Oh, I don't even know. Is it Billy?
Oh,
Billy.
Or are you talking Jennifer?
Well, I saw Jennifer.
Billy the puppet. Yeah.
Billy the puppet. I always call him Jigsaw for whatever reason. It's Billy.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. Definitely. So let's do this. I want to pull these up. We're going to get into a couple of them, but I want to start with, you mentioned something, and right out the gate, you said it. Hey, I liked Halloween, and Halloween was where I came from. So maybe this, and I'm going to pull it up here, it'll be different in post-production, but this is you at a con riding Billy the puppet around, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
So how did you do the mask? How did you actually put this together?
It's prosthetics. It's just liquid latex and cotton that I formed on like a mold of my face, and then used spirit gum to stick it on. So yeah.
Is this comfortable at a con?
No, I like having that much like stuff on your face. It was so hot, and then that convention was actually, I think, in the middle of July. So I'm wearing like long sleeves and pants and
gloves.
It was so hot. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, and again, they'll see it different because we'll be up in the corner. It's a little video of you driving around. I was trying to snap a screenshot of it. This is fantastic. I thought, okay,
Thank you.
Even as an adult, if I walk through the con and Billy comes pulling up next to me, I'm going to piss my pants. Like, I don't want to see Billy rolling up and you've got your little click, click, click.
The bell.
Yo, it was perfect. It was dead on. So if that's Billy, now you mentioned horror, so I'm going to stick with the theme here. Is this your Jennifer body?
Yes.
Okay.
So that is my favorite movie of all time. Everybody says that it's so stupid, but I love it so much. And so Jennifer's like probably my favorite cosplay, even if like it's not the best one maybe, but.
Well, so it's funny, Ali. On a side note, last week on iTunes, it was like, I don't know, $3.99. So I bought it last week. So I'm about to go back in the next, weeks or so while I sit around at the house. I'm going to throw it on in the background. So now I'll think, okay, Ali wanted to be Jennifer's body. And now I'll get to see you put it together. But so why? You said it's your favorite cosplay. It may not be your best one ever, but why is it your favorite?
I don't know what it is. There's just something about that movie that when it came out, I've always been a huge Megan Fox fan. But like when that movie came out, I loved it and I watched it all the time. I can recite it word for word. I'm like, obviously, if I'm going to get into cosplay, I have to be Jennifer. Like it just makes sense.
So, and again, here's where I like the idea of going to a con. You walk in and you might have this year, and I don't know what would be popular this year because 2020 is crazy. You might have, something and everybody does it. And then you're going to turn the corner and there's freaking, Jennifer's body standing there. And people are going to recognize it from a movie from 9 years ago or something crazy or whatever.
Yeah, 2009.
Yeah. So 11 years ago, but you're going to turn the corner and there's, Allie as Jennifer's body character showing up and people are going to recognize it. That's what I love about the creative cosplay corner. I love the creativity of y'all as cosplayers to walk in and just do something because you want to do it. And that's what it turns out to be. So I think it's great. Thank you. I have a couple more. So I want to go to next, a major character. So where or what was your background into, and you've got multiple iterations of Black Widow. How did you get to, and then how did you decide to do multiple iterations?
Well, she's one of my favorite Marvel characters.
Okay.
I think she's cool. Again, a super awesome redhead. What was the first one that I did? It may have been Infinity War Black Widow that I did first.
Is it this one?
No, it's where she has the blonde hair. I think I only have group photos of that one.
Oh, okay. So, I didn't grab the group photos. Okay.
So, but I think that was the first one, and I just had so much fun cosplaying her because there are so many different like poses and things that you can do as her. So she's very versatile, and I'm like, I have to do every single one of her now. So I have like a list where I want to do every single Natasha that I can. So.
Well, I'll tell you, because I went through and I was like, oh, wait, there's another one. And I was like, well, I already, I'm going to grab the other one. And then I was like, well, I'm going to grab the next one. So here's my third one. We started here. And then I saw this one. By the way, great alley, back shot, great framing. I don't know who takes your pictures. Great framing in your pictures.
Thank you.
This is a movie. Is it like at the movie theater with the big thing in the background?
No, this was actually at a convention in Chicago that we went to in February. So like before all of this happened.
Right before, yep.
Yeah. So they had the big display for the new Black Widow movie poster. And then I went as Comic Widow and took a picture in front of it.
Perfect setup, right? I mean, like you couldn't ask for anything better, right? Ooh, I got to go over there and take a picture in front of this. So you've got the first one, the second one. This one's in Chicago. Then the Evolution. This is your in-game, right? Where Infinity War in-game's coming in here. By the way, great. And I don't know where you got it. I don't know how this got put together, but you're back at the blonde again, right?
Yeah, it's the red to the blonde. Yep.
So I thought this was a great one, great setup, great photo.
Thank you.
But you didn't finish there. You said, wait a minute, I want to go one more. And you finished the Natasha from what's about to be the new Black Widow.
Yes.
How did you do this?
I was super excited to get that suit.
Yes. Why? How? Tell me.
I saw the trailer and like that suit just really stuck out to me because, she's always wearing black. And I'm like, oh, she's in white. Like that's so different and so cool. Yep. And so I put that immediately on my list as soon as I saw the trailer. Like, I have to do White Suit Natasha.
So did you build it or did you go find it somewhere?
No, I actually ordered it from a website. So
okay, because I wasn't sure if anything was even out yet because I know it keeps getting pushed back and I was like, I don't know what's going on. So it turned out really well. And I don't know where you found a white brick wall to match this again. I thought,
building in my town.
I love it. I love it. So Natasha and your Black Widows has an evolution. I think it's great. But I want to talk about you're welcome. I want to talk about some commitment that you have to your cosplay. So this was, and I read the story, so I kind of got the backstory. I'll let you explain it. But I want to talk about 11. Okay.
So I shaved my head in 2017. I had bleached it so many times before then that it was pretty much just like melting off of my head, and it was so gross. So I had to shave it, and I think it was October 1st that I actually shaved it that year, and that was the year that Stranger Things came out. And so that Halloween, I was like, perfect, I have a shaved head, Stranger Things is the greatest show ever, now I can be 11. And so that's where that came in.
So ironically, and again, I got dressed this morning in the dark, and I didn't realize I had grabbed my Stranger Things shirt. So in homage to your character of 11. But I thought it really turned out well. And like you said, the hair was already here. I could shave it, and you're going to shave it anyway, right? Whatever. But you know what? Let's make it purposeful, because now it tied into. And then I want to show again your commitment to your craft. 1 year and 15 days later, or 1 year and 30 days later.
It was something like that, because in the show she had started getting her hair back and it was longer and curlier, and I'm like, I still can like pull off an 11 costume here. So
I think that's great. Not only 1 but 2 years of showing both the growth. And again, this was a natural process anyway. Your hair was growing back. Hey, I'm going to go in and jump in on some 11 and actually show what that is as well. So this one's got the plaid shirt. The first one had the little blood coming out the nose. I got to know, because I got to go back to it. Where do we find these dresses? Where do we find these little collar dresses? Is this something?
So they actually started making 11's dress, I think, the year after for Halloween. So I just had to like DIY mine a little bit. So I just found a pink dress online that I thought was close, and I had a collared shirt that I just put under it. Okay. So mine for DIY, and then like after that, they of course started making the costume and make it easier for other people to do. But
no, very creative. I dig it. It was fun. So I'm liking your craft. You're going from, like I said, you liked horror, so you were going to start in some of the Halloween or realm of that. You've gone into some major cosplay. You've done some random stuff. You're Jennifer's Body. Yeah. You've got 11. Yeah. I want to share a story with you. So in this picture here, I went I was 4. I went to Halloween as the Hulk, which was just purple shorts and a green t-shirt, and I just had green face paint on. And at 4, and I'm 43, so I'm still traumatized by, and it might be different paint from back then to right now, but I'm still traumatized for the paint that was on my face all night. What is it like, a full body paint to put on and try to wear it all day and then get it off? What's that experience like?
So my best friend, Brittany, is the one who has painted me every time I've been Poison Ivy, and it takes so long, obviously, because we don't have like an airbrush thing or anything, so it's just like the pots of the paint, and we just put it on with a brush or a sponge, so it takes a long time, but it is just water activated paint, so it comes off pretty easily when you're going to take it off like in the shower with soap and water. But it also, that means if you don't want to like, sweat too much, because that'll make it start running and stuff. So yeah, but it's not too bad.
I've always liked DC female villainesses, because they're just something about it, whether it's Poison, whether it's going to be your Cheetahs, whether it's going to be oh my gosh, I'm trying to blank on her.
Harley Quinn, Catwoman.
Well, Harley's always there, but like the Catwoman and oh my gosh, Catwoman. So I've got a bunch of iterations of my Catwoman through my life, and I can't wait for like when Zoe Kravitz. I think Zoe's playing her the new one. So I'm excited for however those turn out. But I've always been a DC villainess. She's been some of my favorites. Let me see what else we got here. I think I have one more that I'd like to talk about. So you're right. We had your friend Brittany on, and Brittany was a Venom. And why wouldn't we have 2 BFFs as a Brittany Venom and an Allie as Carnage? So tell me about this cos and why this cosplay.
Well, Carnage is my favorite of the symbiotes. Because he's crazy, you know, like if you want a villain, you want somebody who's bad and like who's like badder than Carnage, you know. So I really wanted to do that because she wanted to do Venom, and I was like, well, it's perfect. Like I can do Carnage, like it works really well. So this is Gwen Stacy as Carnage, because that's something that happens for a second in the comics. So
the storyline, right? Yep.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing I like. It was, and this wasn't, but like it could be 2 panels in a comic from 1983, and somebody's like, I'm gonna cosplay this or whatever.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. It was a minor storyline. It's something that happened, and it grabbed you, and you said, "Hey, I want to do it." So let's talk about it. Allie, your journey's been only about 2-3 years. You said into the realm of cosplay. What's next? Where are you going?
I have such a long list of things that I want to do. I think my next one that I really want to work on is Aspen Matthews from Fathom. I don't know if you've ever read that one. No?
What is that? Tell me.
I have a picture of her. I don't know if you can tell, but like back up here.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's Aspen Comics. Michael Turner was the one who started her storyline, did her first art, but she's like a water nymph, and she can manipulate water and energy and turn her body into water. But she wears a lot of like bikinis and armor, and so it's just like getting up the like the feat of creating her armor, but then also just walking around a convention in a really tiny bikini is something. So I want to work on that one.
Okay.
Cinderella, the live action Cinderella.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw that dress, I think it's the most magical thing in the entire universe.
It was gorgeous, wasn't it?
I want to wear that.
Yep. Absolutely gorgeous. That was a great live adaptation. And a lot of people aren't. I'm really happy with the live versions of our Disney classics. I think they've done very well with them. Josh Gad singing in Beauty and the Beast is just, the character, I just love him. I love Josh. And then I love the fact that he's the live version of what I saw when I saw Beauty and the Beast as a child. So, you know, Allie, it's great to see people in their craft. It's great to see them coming in. But I have one question for you. What is it? What is it about being at a con that does it for you? What is the lure, the lure? What is it about it?
Just seeing like other people in costumes and having fun, and you know, they come up to you and you want to take a photo with you, and it makes you feel really good because, you know, somebody else recognizes or loves a character as much as you do, and they want to see that and experience it. So just like experiencing that with other people who like all love the same things it's a lot of fun. And why would you not want to be a part of that?
That is so well spoken. I don't even want to take away from it. Going to a con is exactly that. It's just acceptance, togetherness, and it doesn't matter who you are. We talked to other episodes about gender bender. I could go as Tinkerbell and people would still love it, you know, and you could go as, I don't know, a male figure that you wanted to be, and you could go do it and it would still be, like you said, accepted, and just people want to be a part of it. Why? And I'm going to put that in there. Why wouldn't you want to be a part of this? So I think I'm going to, with your permission, Allie, I'm going to maybe use that as a tagline. Like, why wouldn't you be? Of
course. Go ahead.
That's awesome. But seriously, is there anything you would like to tell the audience? I really do appreciate you being here.
Thank you for having me.
I'm going out of no way. I have a studio. I have the abilities. I just want to share the world of cosplay and you all as the creative people that are doing it. I just want to share it out there. Is there anything you want to say to the audience before we go?
If you have a chance to go to a convention, like even if you don't dress up, I think you should definitely go and experience it. There are so many cool and fun things that you can do. So many really awesome creators and artists, and you can meet so many fun people. So I think it's just a lot of fun, and I think you should definitely go out and try it if you haven't.
Very good. Allie said it well. It's 2020. I know right now there might not be any cons, but she's right.
Yeah, unfortunately.
They are coming back. When they do come back, we're definitely going to be in line. Man, I think it's going to be not a madhouse, but I think it's just going to be an overflowing of joy when those cons come back.
Yeah, definitely.
People finally get to go back in there. Listen, to Allie, one, thank you for being here this afternoon. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you setting aside some time to share your craft with us. And to everybody else out there in TV land, this is Creative Cosplay Corner, and we will see you guys on the flip flop.